Seniors, never eat these 3 vegetables and add these 3 for better joints and energy. Health facts. What if the vegetables you eat every day, the ones you always thought were healthy, are actually speeding up aging? In your legs, your brain, and your immune system. For many seniors, that's exactly what's happening. And the worst part, most don't even know it. Welcome to Health Facts, your trusted guide to aging well. I'm Dr. James Rowan. In today's video, we're revealing a truth that might change how you think about healthy food. Most of us grew up believing that vegetables are always good for us. And in general, that's true. But after age 60, things shift. Circulation slows, inflammation increases, nutrient absorption gets weaker. Suddenly, certain vegetables can quietly do more harm than good. Some may spike your blood sugar. Others irritate your gut lining. Some even damage small blood vessels in your legs and brain. Over time, these changes lead to poor circulation, foggy thinking, balance issues, and a higher risk of falls. One study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that certain foods, especially specific vegetables, were linked to faster declines in mobility and memory. These aren't rare foods. They're probably in your kitchen right now. But don't worry. This isn't a fear-based video. It's a solution-based one, because for every vegetable you might need to avoid, there's another you should start eating. Here's what we'll cover. 3 vegetables you should avoid, especially if you care about your legs, brain, and independence. And 3 vegetables you should eat to support circulation, nerve health, and daily movement. This isn't about a fad diet. It's about science and smarter food choices so you can age with strength, clarity, and confidence. As a physician, I've seen it too often. Seniors eating healthy but still feeling weak, dizzy, or forgetful. And many times, it's not about what they're missing. It's about what they didn't realize they needed to stop. That's what we're here to fix. So if you're ready to discover the vegetables that build you up and the ones breaking you down, stick with me. We'll start with one of the most common and most misleading vegetables on senior plates. The white potato. Let's start with one of the most common and most comforting vegetables on senior dinner plates. The white potato. Mashed, baked, fried. White potatoes are a nostalgic favorite. They're warm, familiar. They show up at almost every family gathering. But if you're over 60, this starchy staple may be quietly working against your health. Why? White potatoes rank high on the glycemic index. That means they break down into sugar fast. This causes blood sugar spikes, followed by crash. The result? Stress on your blood vessels and inflammation throughout your body. Over time, that inflammation starts damaging your smallest capillaries, especially in your legs, feet, and brain. That means poor circulation, slower nerve signals, and a higher risk of numbness, cramps, and balance issues. Let's take Harold. He's 72, a retired truck driver. He ate mashed potatoes every night. It was the one thing I never gave up, he said. But then he noticed changes, waking up with stiff knees, feet that felt cold and numb, struggling to stand steady, especially on stairs. He thought it was just aging. But in a routine checkup, we reviewed his meals. The pattern was obvious. White potatoes, especially with butter or cream, were silently fueling his inflammation and weakening his circulation. This isn't just about carbs or calories. It's about what white potatoes lack. Antioxidants, nutrients that protect your cells. Their pale color, it means poor defense against oxidative stress and cell damage. And when you add cheese, sour cream, or bacon bits, it gets worse. More saturated fat, more salt, higher blood pressure, more stress on your heart. Now the good news. Harold made one small change. He swapped mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli. The green powerhouse. We'll cover it in a minute. After just 2 weeks, less stiffness, better circulation, more confidence on his feet. Here's the point. You don't have to give up comfort food. Just make smart comfort choices. Meals that soothe your soul and support your health. So before you load up on white potatoes, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping my legs or quietly making them weaker? Up next, another vegetable with a healthy reputation that might be irritating your joints and nerves from the inside out. Let's talk about a vegetable that looks innocent, even elegant, but may be inflaming your joints and weakening your mobility. We're talking about eggplant. Eggplants belong to the nightshade family. That includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. While some people handle nightshades just fine, many adults over 60 become more sensitive with age, especially those with arthritis, joint stiffness, or nerve pain. Why? It comes down to a natural compound called solanine. Solanine is a defense chemical plants use to fight off insects, but in your body it can act as an irritant, especially in joints that are already vulnerable. Your knees, hips, and lower back. For seniors, the effects build slowly. No dramatic flare-ups, just daily wear and tear. Maybe your joints feel swollen in the morning. Maybe your legs feel heavy. Maybe stairs feel harder. Not because you're weak, but because your body feels tense and uncooperative. Solanine can create low-grade inflammation that lingers, not just in joints, but in muscles, nerves, and blood vessels. And here's the issue. Eggplants are everywhere. Roasted, grilled, stewed. They sneak into meals without you even noticing. The real danger. Solanine may slow down the signals between your brain and your legs. That means slower reflexes, weaker balance, and a higher risk of stumbling. But this isn't just physical, it's emotional too. You start avoiding stairs. You say no to social events because you're afraid your body won't keep up. The good news? You don't have to cut all nightshades. But if you've got joint pain, nerve issues, or stiffness, eggplant might be worth cutting for a few weeks. Remove it. Track how you feel. Less stiffness, more energy, better balance. If yes, you've found a trigger and removed it. And you've got great options. Leafy greens, zucchini, carrots, cruciferous veggies like bok choy and cauliflower. This isn't about restriction. It's about precision. Choosing foods that help you move better, think clearer, and stay connected to the life you love. Up next, another nightshade vegetable with a healthy image but a hidden effect that may be draining your strength. Now let's talk about another vegetable that looks healthy but may not be as harmless as it seems. The green bell pepper. It's crisp, colorful, common in salads, stir-fries, and wraps. But for seniors, especially those with joint pain, digestion issues, or nerve discomfort, green bell peppers can quietly cause trouble. Why? The answer is lectins. Lectins are natural plant proteins. They protect plants from insects and animals. But in the human body, especially one that's aging, they can do subtle damage. Here's how. Lectins stick to your gut lining. They block nutrient absorption, they irritate the intestinal wall, and they open tiny gaps, allowing unwanted particles to leak into your bloodstream. This triggers a low-grade immune response. It's called leaky gut, and it leads to inflammation, especially in your joints and nerves. The tricky part, inflammation builds slowly, silently. Maybe your ankles feel stiff. Maybe your balance is off, just a bit. You chalk it up to aging, but sometimes it's not that simple. Now here's the kicker. Green bell peppers are just unripe red, yellow, or orange ones. They're healthy. They don't offer the same protection, and they may cause more harm, especially for people with sensitive joints or guts. Can cooking help? A little, but not enough. And since most people eat bell peppers raw or lightly cooked, the risk stays. So, should you stop eating green peppers? Not always. But if you've got joint pain, brain fog, or gut issues, try cutting them out for 2 to 3 weeks. Then check less bloating, clearer thinking, better balance. That's real feedback and real improvement. Here's the alternative. Red bell peppers, yellow, orange. They've got fewer lectins and more antioxidants like beta-carotene and vitamin C. They're sweeter, more nutrient-rich, and far gentler on your body. The takeaway: don't fear food. Learn how it works in your body. Up next, we'll explore vegetables that protect your legs, your brain, and your gut. Starting with one that's bright orange, crunchy, and surprisingly powerful. Let's shift gears and talk about one of the most underrated vegetables in your kitchen. Carrots. They're bright, crunchy, easy to serve as a side or snack. But here's what most people miss. Carrots aren't just colorful and convenient. They're powerful, especially for seniors who want to protect their vision, maintain leg strength, and keep their mind sharp. Why? Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, a strong antioxidant that your body turns into vitamin A. Vitamin A helps maintain healthy vision, especially in low light. And as we age, our risk of macular degeneration goes up. It's a condition that damages the retina, making it harder to read, recognize faces, or drive. But here's the good news. Diets rich in beta-carotene can slow that decline, helping you stay independent and visually alert as you age. And carrots don't stop at eye health. They also protect your nerves and your blood vessels, especially in your legs and feet. How? The antioxidants in carrots fight oxidative stress, the kind that damages nerve endings and capillaries. This means stronger signals from brain to muscle, better coordination, lower risk of stumbling or losing balance. When your nerves work better, you walk more steadily. You feel safer on stairs, curbs, or uneven ground. You stay confident doing things like shopping, visiting friends, spending time outdoors. No hesitation, no second guessing. And don't forget, vitamin also strengthens your immune system, which matters even more after 60, when natural defenses start to slow down. So yes, that handful of baby carrots, that bowl of steamed slices, it's more than a snack. It's a daily investment in your independence. Now, let's talk preparation. Steaming keeps nutrients better than boiling. Roasting with olive oil boosts vitamin absorption. Avoid deep frying or overcooking. It breaks down the antioxidants. And best of all, carrots are affordable, easy to store, and available year-round. You don't need exotic superfoods. You need smart staples. And carrots are one of the best. So next time you build your plate, remember this. One orange vegetable can support your vision, your legs, your immune system, and your freedom to live life on your terms. Coming up next, we'll check in with Harold and show you the one veggie swap that changed everything. His knees, his balance, and his energy. Let's talk about one of the most powerful vegetables for aging well. Broccoli. It's not flashy. It's not trendy. But for seniors, it's a quiet superstar. Broccoli helps protect your legs, joints, brain, blood flow. What makes it so effective? One word, sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is a natural compound found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. It activates detox enzymes, fights inflammation at the cellular level, and supports brain and heart health. Why does that matter? Because as we age, inflammation becomes a silent enemy. It affects everything: blood pressure, memory, joint stiffness, muscle fatigue. Sulforaphane helps stop it before it does damage. Broccoli is also packed with vitamin K, calcium, fiber. These nutrients strengthen bones, keep arteries flexible, and support digestion. Unlike white potatoes, which spike blood sugar and weaken circulation, broccoli does the opposite. It stabilizes both. Let's check in with Harold, our 72-year-old retired truck driver. He used to eat mashed potatoes every night. Then he made one change. He swapped them for a cup of steamed broccoli. At first, he wasn't sure what to expect. But within 2 weeks, his knees felt more stable, his legs were less swollen, he had more energy all day. He even told me, "I don't dread the stairs anymore." That's the power of the right vegetable. And the benefits don't stop at joints and bones. Broccoli supports brain clarity too, thanks to its antioxidants and folate. Broccoli fights oxidative stress, supports faster nerve signals, boosts reflexes, improves coordination, reduces brain fog. It's not just about what broccoli gives you. It's also about what it helps you avoid. By stabilizing blood sugar, you avoid crash. By fighting inflammation, you protect your heart. And by supporting digestion, you absorb nutrients better. How you cook it matters. Boiling too long destroys sulforaphane. Light steaming is best, or sauté briefly with olive oil for taste and nutrient absorption. For Harold, that one change made a difference. Walking, standing, thinking. Everything felt stronger. No supplements, no pills. Just a fork and a vegetable. So if you want to boost strength, clarity, circulation, start with broccoli. Up next, a leafy green that sharpens your vision, fuels your brain and keeps your legs light and responsive. Spinach. Let's move on to one of the most powerful greens you can put on your plate, spinach. You've heard it's healthy, but if you're over 60, spinach isn't just healthy, it's strategic. Why? Because it targets 3 of aging's biggest challenges: slower circulation, declining brain function, weaker muscle response. What makes it work? Natural nitrates. Spinach is packed with them. These plant compounds dilate blood vessels. That improves circulation, especially in your legs and brain. More blood flow equals more oxygen, stronger muscles, faster reflexes, sharper focus, smoother movement. And that matters, because most falls, they don't start with weak legs. They start with slow signals. When your brain can't talk to your muscles fast enough, even a small step becomes dangerous. Spinach helps reconnect that system so movement becomes smooth and safe. But it doesn't stop there. Spinach is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that protect your vision. They support the macula, the center of your retina, the part responsible for sharp, detailed sight. As we age, macular degeneration becomes a real threat. When you can't see clearly, you stop walking confidently. You hesitate while driving. You miss faces and words. Spinach helps preserve that clarity, so you stay active, connected, independent. It also delivers folate, magnesium, vitamin K. These support nerve health, mood balance, bone strength. So yes, spinach helps you move better, but it also helps you feel better. Now, let's talk prep. Boiling spinach too long. Bad idea. It strips nutrients. Instead, lightly sauté with olive oil or add to smoothies raw. These methods protect its antioxidants and boost vitamin absorption. And no, you don't need a pound of spinach. Just one small handful per day can powerfully support your brain, blood flow, and coordination. So next time you skip over spinach because it's just another leafy green, think again. It's not just food. It's fuel for independence. With each serving, you protect your balance, memory, eyesight, and your ability to live freely without hesitation. Best of all, it's affordable, accessible, and versatile. Coming up next, we'll bring everything together and show how the right vegetables can quietly defend your future one bite at a time. So here we are. Over the past few minutes, we've looked at the vegetables you might eat every day, some that quietly harm your legs, memory, and balance, and others that help protect them. Let's recap. First, the vegetables you should avoid after 60. White potatoes. They spike blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and weaken circulation. Eggplant. It contains solanine, which can irritate joints, nerves, and coordination. Green bell peppers. They contain lectins that disrupt digestion and cause low-grade inflammation. Now the ones you should eat more often. Carrots. They support vision, brain clarity, and nerve communication. Broccoli. It helps reduce inflammation, strengthen bones, and stabilize blood sugar. Spinach. It improves circulation, sharpens reflexes, and helps preserve eyesight. Each of these choices might seem small, but together they shape your mobility, your mental clarity, and your ability to stay independent. And if you're thinking, well, it's too late for me, let me remind you of Harold. He's 72. He ate mashed potatoes every night. His knees were stiff, his balance was off, and he thought that was just how aging worked. Then he made one simple change. He swapped potatoes for broccoli. He added carrots and spinach to his lunches. And within weeks, he wasn't just feeling better. He was moving better, thinking clearer, and living with more confidence. That's the power of making smart, science-based choices. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need a complicated diet. You need clarity and consistency. Because every bite is a vote. It's either a vote for strength, energy, and independence, or a vote for weakness, inflammation, and decline. And here's the good news. You get to vote again every single day. So here's my question for you. Which vegetable surprised you the most today? Was it one you eat often, or one you've been avoiding without realizing its benefits? Let me know in the comments. I read them personally, and I'd love to hear what you think. And if this video helped you, give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe so you never miss another tip on aging strong, thinking clearly, and staying free. Remember this, you're not stuck. Your body is always listening to what you feed it. And with every smart choice, you're telling it something simple and powerful. I'm still here. I still care. And I still want to live well.